Welcome back to Mini Farm SM1. This week, the baby bunnies get moved to the grow out pen, the mamas are pleased for the space, and the injured quail gets returned to her hatchmates. Anyone that knows almost anything about quail will know that they can be very violent. Even the chicks, as you've seen, I've got one, I say chick, I mean they're laying eggs, they're not babies anymore, but the newer quail have started beating each other up. So, to introduce different groups of quail, you need to keep them so that they can see each other but can't easily get to each other. So this is my solution. So on this side I've got my older 4 who've been living in the rabbitry, and this side is the remainder of the chicks. All the ones I know for certain are female and some of the ones I'm unsure of. So I'm going to leave them like this for at least a week, I would say. That they've got food, they've got their water, and these guys, and they've got shelter because they can go under this bit. So yeah, so they'll be absolutely fine. I just need to let them stay together like this for a little while so that then I can let them all be together, because what I want in this coop is all my egg layers, so that's the plan. I'll keep you updated. Good morning, it is Monday. I get some strange stuff dropped down here. A lot of the birds nest up there, and yeah, when they're carrying stuff over it gets dropped in. I've had all sorts dropped into my garden over these years. Good morning my piggies. Well, you've got pellets, so I won't be filling those up today. Hey Carla. And you got lots of water. Kisses. Thank you. Come on then. Beep beep. Mind your feet, mind your feet, mind your feet. And let's have a look in on Sparkly. Hello, you need some food, don't you? We'll get you some food, precious. But yeah, she's completely dismantled her nest. I knew it was just a phantom. But she's got all these funny patches now where she's pulled all her fur. I'm certainly not ready for any more babies yet. I've still got the 16 growing up. These guys will be going in a few days, but I'm going to have to give them some sort of bedding. With all the rain we've been having, it's just turned into a bog. But that's fixable, we will do that. They're destroying my plants. Poor plants. But not the mint. The mint's fine. Let's go around here. So yesterday I put the older quail in a separate area so that I can integrate them. Let's see how that's going. Move this out the way. Everyone looks okay. Yeah. No one seems to be attacking at the fence, so that's good. Let's have a look in here. Now, of course, one of the biggest problems is going to be that the ones at the back always give me 3 eggs a day. So that might be a bit impossible for me to collect right now, just because of the setup I've had to do. It's been raining a lot, so all the doors have soaked up all that water and got a bit bigger, but that's okay. Good morning, everybody. See all these eggs though. Let's collect them up. Did you ever doubt me? So I've got the 3 eggs from the older birds. I've sorted out their food and their water. These guys have food and water now. There we go. Lovely, they're all done for the day. Right, let's check in on our injured birdie. She looks great, absolutely brilliant. Don't you, eh? Healing up nicely. It is incredible. They heal up quickly and then the feathers come back. It's just amazing. Sprinkle some food in. when your neck's hurt, you probably don't want to be sticking your head in a feeder like that. You're doing good, huh? Yeah. The Italian quail are fed up with being so close together, poor loves. Trying to escape all the time. But I promise you it won't be for much longer. Alright, you can have your full house back soon. It is difficult because obviously I want to give them as much space as possible, but when it is the breeding season, so to speak, when I'm hatching babies or whatever, sometimes I need to squish people up a bit. It's just how it's got to be. But they will be okay, it's just they're used to a bit more room, and that's alright. I mean, really? That rabbit is sitting on top of the green gravity feeder and licking the bars, the other one is. I just, honestly, there's just no words for these crazy babies. Hi Cookie. Okay, so some are hungry, some are thirsty. They go through about 2 of these bottles a day, so I fill it up in the morning and then again in the afternoon, evening. Everyone's got the hay racks all filled up. There we go. Oops, I squished a baddit. Get out the way, little baddit. That's it, there you go. So there's the hay. They've got filled up pellets, filled up water. They're all good for the day. Now he's tipped his all out again. He is such a little brat. He wants to be out with the girls, and who can blame him? But we can't be having any more babies right now. I've got more than enough on my hands. Oh. Finally transplanted the beans and my 1 pea plant that grew. Now we just have to wait and see if they can survive it. This weather is so up and down, but I had no choice. I mean, look how tall this one is. It's nearly as tall as me. So, look at all these eggs, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's only in the chick bit. I'm not 100% sure how many we've got in here, so I'll have to count them up. There may even be more than 10. I'll check back with you in a moment. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 eggs. Exciting days. Cookie, hi. Hi, Maui. And a snaily friend. Let's get rid of you. I haven't got any chickens or anything to feed it to, but never mind. But everyone's looking good, everyone's hungry. Aren't ya? Yeah. But everyone looks good this morning. There's been a lot of rain the last couple of days, but everyone's got shelter. So if it gets too wet, these guys can go inside the hutch. Obviously everyone else is already in a hutch. So yeah, everyone's good. It is Tuesday. And that's it really, nothing to report. You've already seen the eggs we collected from the chicks. I'm still not sure how many birds I have, but if they keep laying like that, we're going to be eating eggs for breakfast, lunch and dinner. No complaints. So Ella has a blue tint in her eye and she gives it to her baby, so Sparkle has the blue eyes. Oh, you can't really see it, but this black and white bunny has blue eyes as well. None of the others seem to, just the black and white one, but they're so sweet. And this one's decided it's a piece of hay. Are you a hay? We'll call you Hay. Oh, I wish you could see the blue. But everyone's hungry, so let's get them fed. So here's Rose's babies. There's no blue eyes from Rose. Their eyes are all the sort of darker colour. But they're all still very cute, aren't you? Yeah. So beautiful. A couple of them have already been reserved to go to their new homes in a couple of weeks' time. But for now, it's still my job to keep you fed, huh? Yeah, let's have some food. Good morning everybody, it is Wednesday. It has been terribly wet and rainy for the last few days. Good morning ladies, good morning, good morning. Where's Carla? There she is. I've got a little bit of carrot for them. There we go. We've still got some pellets, but sparkling. Hello sweet girl, you hungry? Let's get you some breakfast. So she's definitely destroyed all of her nest. So I was right, it was just a phantom. But just shows that she's likely to be a good mama when time comes, so that's good. But with 17 babies growing at the moment, there's no rush for that. Some of the plants seem to be holding on, so hopefully they'll be okay. Obviously I put them outside and then the sky's open, so it's not been too cold, so hopefully they'll be okay. But they're just trying to get used to it. And I mean, there's drainage holes in the bucket, so they're not going to get waterlogged. And they're definitely looking still nice and green, so they're holding on. They are holding on. Right. Good morning everybody. So we've still got the chicks and the adults separated in here. Oh, look at those eggs. One there, one there. They need some water. So I still need to give them a little while yet before I put them all together. I'd hate for anyone to start fighting. So for now they will stay apart as they are and just sort of get used to each other's presence. Let's collect up these eggs. Make sure everyone's got food. So I've worked out there are 10 birds this side, so 10 chicks. But I'm not entirely certain how many are males and how many are females. There are obvious females. The Italian, which are the sort of whitey yellowy ones, and the brown sort of wild type. But then you have one like this, and this one here. So I'm not so sure about them. Just give me a bit longer and I'll get more and more sure. But for now I'm just going to leave it as I'm not sure, and it's just a waiting game. When it's rainy, this door warps. So I have to come in this way and give it a bash. But that's alright. The door still gets open. Let's see if we've got anything in here. Oh yep, we've got a few in here. Time to get it. That's another 5 from inside. Let's count those up. 2, 4, 6, 8. So there's 8 there. So we've got 8 eggs for today. Yesterday it was 11. And with 10 hens in here for certain, I believe I've probably got 8 females and possibly 2 males. I'll be able to know for sure soon. I'll be able to do the sort of, I suppose I could call it the squeeze test, and see if any of the foam which the males produce will come out, and then I'll know which ones are boys and which ones are girls. Quick check in with this handsome fellow. Still looks absolutely great. Better give him a bit more food. Otherwise, all looks good. Yeah. Hi. Okay, so I've been trying to work out what to do for a hay rack in this pen for the young bunnies that need to grow up. And this was my idea, and I think it's going to work. I've just cut out a hole in an old feed bin. I don't use it because the water always got into it. but if I can get it where I put it underneath the shelter, it won't matter. I can really stuff it full of hay, and they can just eat it out of this bit. So yeah, Elsa approves, Cookie approves. So just a little bit more work to do before I can move all the babies over to this pen, but there's some greenery growing in it. I've got some barley seeds down. Work in progress, but hopefully I'll have it done within the next few days so they can come in here for the last week or two before they go off to their new homes. Give poor mamas a break. And strawberry flower. Okay, grow out pen all together. Water, I'm going to put their pellets in there. Shelter. Hey, let's move them and see how we get on. So I left one in with Mummy just because it was so chill. I thought it could stay in there. And we've got 8 here. One's already decided it's time to come out. Let's see what they think. They're coming out. They're stopping to eat the plants before they come out the bucket. No, you need to come out the bucket. Here we go. Now last year I did have a horrible time where a predator managed to get in at the back corner. It never got in, but 2 of the babies were very badly injured and one had disappeared. Now there's no way that they had gotten in because then everyone would have been dead. So I have to just assume that they just grabbed what they could, the predators grabbed what they could and left. So I believe they're safe. I've checked every inch. I've blocked off that corner that they managed to get in last time. There's a fence all the way around the back. The reason to believe anything like that would happen again, so I will keep you updated as to how they get on with all this space. Anthropomorphism, the attribution of human characteristics or behaviour to non-human entities, including animals. In case you were wondering, Mama is fine. I have left one baby in with her just because it was right at the edge of the hutch and was chilling, but Mummy's just washing. She's fine, I promise. They knocked over their hay rack, so I'm going to have to pick that up. I didn't give them any pellets yesterday because they had lots when they were with Mum, so I'm just going to I'm going to get their feeder together now. But first, let's get the hay rack back up. Let us pop over to the quail. Let's have a look inside, see if there are any eggs. This is the boy that was left after everyone else had gone. You are an original. This bird at the back here, I don't know how well you can see her, this one, she's from the original group. She's obviously jumped out. Well, she seems like she's doing okay. So the one I've just found that's actually from the older group, there's obviously no additional fighting going on or anything. She is a female, so it shouldn't make too much of a difference to them in general. So yeah, I'll leave her in here now, it's fine, and just keep an eye. If there is any silliness that starts happening, I'll put her back with the originals to last the last week or so before I try and integrate them all into one big group or one big flock. But for now everyone seems quite calm, apart from that sort of thing, obviously. It's just the male trying to say, hello, I'm the boy. It's all normal. Quail can be quite aggressive. So, this little fighter, absolutely fabulous. I just need to sex it now. It is a female, I will simply integrate it in with the chicks, but it is most likely a male, which makes life a little bit more difficult, but I will think of something. Morning guys. I left the side flap open for them last night, so they've got some nice fresh air coming through, but they're still fed up, poor loves. Sometimes rearranging your animals isn't the easiest process because they fight each other. If I could just have one big pen full of quail, I would. So they've still got this feeder which I brought in from the chick group. I could probably take this out for now. That's all good. There we are. And they can just use that other feeder for now. Cool. I have hooked up their hay feeder so that they can't knock it over again. I've cleaned up their water. They've got food. They've got shelter. So they'll be fine for another day at least. Hopefully no more mishaps. But that's everyone sorted for the day. Everyone's fed and watered. Now it's time to feed and water the children and get them off to school. Morning, it is Friday. Nearly the end of the filming week already. These guys have lots of food, so I won't fill that up. Where's Carla? There she is. So these guys are all good for the day. They've got water. Sparkle, you need some food, don't you, my lovely? Yeah. Oh, it's very, very windy. And the babies have knocked down the shelter again. Oh, such pests. But they're okay, they've got lots of food. I'll just have a quick look, check their hay is down. Oh. Where rabbits are just so inquisitive, it's definitely not easy to keep them dry and warm because they're just getting into everything all of the time. But they're fine, like I said, they've got food and water, and yeah, they've got shelter. They're just crazy, aren't ya? Yeah, good morning. The plants look like they're still trying, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I might have to plant some seeds in the pots. Let's have a look. These guys need more water. This was just extra, so that can come out. Need some eggs. Let's grab those. Although I don't think I brought an egg box out, which is a bit silly. But never mind. Yeah, they've got lots of food. These guys have lots of food. Not that you can see them, but they're okay. Okay. So the older female that's decided to join the younger group is doing just fine. There's been no fighting or anything, so I would simply leave them to it. She's obviously quite happy in the group, so that's fine. Doesn't look like there's been any fighting or anything. That's the boy that I added. Yeah, he looks good. So yeah, they're all getting on fine. Hopefully another few days, perhaps over the weekend, I'll try adding the older quail to this group, and then I can take away the divider. But for now we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Look at those eggs. Teeny tiny egg. It is Saturday, and to start the day the baby bunnies have completely destroyed their shelter. Nothing unusual there. So I'll have to put that back together. They've started digging, little pesty bums, and they need their feed filled up. Oh, and their water cleaned. Just make a big list of all the things I need to do whilst I'm out here. Right. I think my plants are holding on still, but I don't know what's going to happen with them. Celadone quail. Oh, we have an egg. Thank you, ladies. They've got food, but they'll need some water. These guys. They're all looking good. Need a bit more water. Need to clean up those guys' food. They look good. It's you. Oh shush. Okay. Right. Some very pretty coloured eggs here. And look at that one. It's got that bluey tinge to it. And this one. Beautiful. So this is the injured birdie. He or she is looking absolutely brilliant. There's still some feathers that are coming through, but all healed up. I'm going to see about putting it back in and just keep an eye. I don't want it getting beaten up again, but the Italians need their space back, so let's see how it gets on. Put the ladder down and straight away they've come up. They need some more bedding up here, but I will get round to that, and for now they've got the space, so they'll be happy. It does look like it's just been ignored. I did try and gender check and there was no foam, so I think she's going to be a girl. So in theory she might just settle in quite nicely. But that doesn't explain why she was beaten up so terribly in the first place. These guys are looking good. Onyx, Cookie, Elsa, now he's having his crazy dance. Rose and the one baby I left with her, I'll be able to move the baby out probably today. Put the baby with the rest of her litter mates. Hi Ella, you ready for some food, huh? She's still got all 7 of her babies with her for a little while, so need to make sure they're topped up on food. But yeah, everyone looks good. It's a bit of a mess in here with the rain and everything. Everything looks so much worse, but we'll get everyone sorted. These guys are all growing up big and strong. Here's my favourite one of the bunch, this one here with the little white dot on its head. But they're all really sweet and friendly, just like Mummy. Yeah, gorgeous. Right, let's have a look in on you guys, shall we? So I'm not so bothered about the digging. There's metal all on the bottom, metal mesh. You're going to have to beep beep, Bubba. Beep beep. So yeah, so I'm not worried about that too much. I'd rather they didn't, but they shouldn't be able to get out. Right, let's sort out their food and water. Okay, so we have clean water, abundant food, crazy bunnies. Okay, all brought down so they can munch at it. Yeah, everyone looks good. There's always one that I can't see. I can only ever see, there's 8 in here, I can only ever see 7 at a time. It freaks me out. But I know they're all still in here and I know they're all okay. But yeah, that's everyone done for this morning. The plants that are thriving are looking really nice and bright green, but for some of them it's a bit too much water. They need a bit of sunshine again. The strawberry flowers are still growing, which is really exciting. I've got quite a few flowers on there this year. I'm glad I left the strawberry plant in there, just let it do its thing and see what happens. Anyway, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. I will update you on that injured quail and how it gets on. If I need to rehome him or her, I will do, but hopefully he or she can just slot into the group. That would be lovely to see how they progress as they get better. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a lovely week and we will see you next time. Bye. If you like what you see here, please subscribe and share on all your social media.